Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wheels, Guns, and Shoes. Today we're going to be doing a toolbox tour. Well, technically 3 toolboxes and a roll cart where I keep most of my tools. So we're going to get into that right away and let's get into the video. Alright guys, like I said, here's the toolboxes, 1, 2, 3. I don't have one of those big 72-inch ones. It would be nice, but I don't have it. And it kind of seems crazy to spend the money on a toolbox when I could just spend it on tools, right? Hey. But yeah, no, I technically use this one as a tool cart or tool chest too. I don't ever really move it. I just leave it stationary. But these are where my tools are for the most part. I do have some drill bits and things like that behind me that I keep in a cabinet. This particular one is, you know, I'm trying to do a modular system that I could take anywhere, and this is just a old tool chest I had with wheels on it. Don't have all the organizational stuff for that. I do want to get another system, maybe like Husky or Hart, or maybe even just spend the money and get the Milwaukee one to kind of see like, hey, you could go the cheap end or you could go the expensive route, and you know which one is better, and you know what kind of organization does it give you, because I mean that's really the ultimate goal, right, is the organization of the tools. That's why we have these instead of just throwing them all on the ground. So this is going to be another video, but let's get right into what I have in my tool cart. Right on the edge here I just keep a measuring tape. Also on the edge here I keep some big channel locks. I bought these recently and I don't like them, to be honest. It's they're really flimsy, and they just didn't do what I wanted them to do. I wanted to be able to put all my sockets on this and just grab the rail, but the sockets kept falling off and it was just being really annoying, so I'm going to return those. Keep some knee pads, some mechanics gloves, keep all my big pry bars. I have this grasping tool in case you drop a nut or something's in there where you can't reach with your hand. You can always just go in there and grab it. I like my pry bars. What can I say? I'm always using pry bars. I'm always using this pry bar. This is like an awesome pry bar. And actually, while I'm on the subject, I'm always using these mini pry bars too from Mac. These things are awesome. I just keep them over here in a little container. But so I mean, for the majority of my tools I keep over here, some over there. It all depends on, you know, how often I use them. This is like a little kneeling stool. It's off of an old rolling chair, and I just use it to kneel on. It's actually really nice, convenient. Here's my hammers, anti-vibe. I use these to get extra leverage on a ratchet or something like that if I need it. Hammers, creeper. So that's what I keep there. Let's go over these. This is a really nice magnetic set from Mac. Swivel. I want to get some more magnetic things, so I'll probably end up doing that. Who knows when, right? These just lock on, so, and once you lock it, they don't really come off, so that's nice. Here's the top of the tool chest. I keep all my impacts, ratchets, die grinder, scan tool. Let me know in the comment what kind of scan tool you guys have. This is just one from Advanced Auto. I would really prefer to get one that does more, but they're all expensive, and everybody seems to have multiple ones. So I was just wondering, which one do you guys think is the best? This is for BMWs. They have lifting points that are all plastic, and you need this to lift it without breaking it. I mean, you can do it without that. Here's some sockets and things I need to return. They're Snap-on. I lost my dealer for Snap-on, and I also lost my dealer for Mac, so I'm probably gonna have to mail those in. I've been putting it off. All right, in this first drawer here, I just have some metric wrenches. Again, this is why I like Mac, and I mean, I guess you could call me a Mac fanboy, but I just really enjoy how their cases are. I mean, their cases are just on point. They really are. I'm surprised Harbor Freight don't make a case like this. I mean, I would definitely prefer it over these. These I wouldn't even take out of the, like I wouldn't take this carrying case out of the toolbox. I would just grab the wrench. This, on the other hand, I just take and go. I have these ratcheting wrenches on the side over here. This is all metric stuff, Stubby. I got these holders from Harbor Freight. It would be cool if somebody made holders, or you could just buy the holders. I mean, that would be awesome. I would do that 100% if they made like a Stubby holder and a normal holder. This is my Sae drawer. Again, ratcheting. I got this little packet of roll-up of wrenches. Stubby. Got these holders from Harbor Freight. This wrench right here I made because I needed it to get the lines off of a diesel, and it's a 3/4, and it's really nice actually. So I tend to keep my wrenches and metrics, standard and metric, and wrenches and sockets and everything separate. So those are my two wrench drawers, metric, standard. It'd be nice to get like a label, metric, standard, metric sockets, because this is my metric socket drawer. And this is probably the reason why I don't use the ratcheting wrenches, because I have Mac ratcheting wrenches in a case. So I just take the case out, way easier. This is some more Mac stuff. It's not a magnetic rail, otherwise it would be up here. But let's just kind of go over what my setup is. I made this foam myself. It's like 5mm foam, and then with a 1 or 2mm foam on the bottom. They're different colors. This is my 6-point deep and Stubby 6, and then I have all my 12-point over here. Stubby deep, or I'm sorry, Stubby and deep 12-point. This is all my 3/8 stuff. I got some swivels here that I'm gonna put somewhere. Haven't made up my mind on that yet. Here's some crow's feet. Here's some box end crow's feet for torque wrenches. Here's all my quarter stuff. I don't have all the deep well quarter, but I keep that there. This is 12-point quarter. This is 6-point quarter. And this is like through quarter, and I will show that a little bit later. This is just Harbor Freight stuff, sockets right here. This is a swivel 10. So I kind of have my socket drawer set up the same way, so we're going to skip this big drawer. We're going to go on to the Sae sockets. And again, I have another Mac ratcheting wrenches, and it's the cases. I'm telling you, their cases are so great, and you can just grab them and go. It would be nice again if you could just buy the cases and use them, but I don't think anybody makes cases like this that you could just buy separate. Spark plug sockets. Here's 1/4-inch deep, 1/4-inch Stubby 6, 1/4-inch 12-point, universal, swivels, crow's feet, and again 12-point 3/4, 12-point 3/8, 6-point 3/8, and again this is deep and stubby, deep and stubby. And again, I made this foam myself. You could kind of see how there's the gray underneath. So it's just two separate pieces of foam. Well, they're all separate, as you can see. I just kind of put them in there myself. This is my extension and adapters drawer. All my extensions. I want to do something different with this drawer. I'd like to put like foam, like I did with the sockets, and organize all the adapters and everything like that. I want to do something different with these wrenches as well, but we'll see. Again, running out of room in some of the drawers, and then some of the drawers I have a lot of junk stuff. So here, I definitely want to get rid of this drawer. It would be nice to have a magnetic screwdriver holder on one of these sides and just completely get rid of this drawer, because I'm never going in this drawer, to be honest. I just I don't like it. It would be cool to kind of get rid of this drawer, maybe have these in there, right? All separated in foam. These are all my pullers, leather belt, so I don't mangle things if I don't want to. Let's get that out of the way. All the pullers, seal drivers, and then in this drawer I kind of have just an assortment of things. Grinder, heat gun, hair dryer. This is specific for those batteries. They're lithium batteries in motorcycles. They only weigh like a half a pound. They're super, super light, and they're just really nice for motorcycles. This I made. This is how I test or do leak down tests on turbo systems. So then this has to go back in there. Again, this would be nice if this was a magnetic rail. I'd put that on the side. Here's all my ratchets, impact driver, so it like holds Phillip bits and things like that, and you whack it with a hammer and it twists it. Out of these ratchets, I probably use this one the most. This one, these swivel ones are awesome. I'd like to get better ones, but Pittsburgh's fine. I use this one too. This is that through ratchet I was talking about. These are some nut drivers, and let me show you what I mean by the through. In case you have like a long stud or something, or whatever it is. These go on, they connect by the outside there. And this is a Husky tool. And as you can see, it's completely through. So it doesn't necessarily, it's like an extra deep socket without being an extra deep socket. And it's thin, which is really nice too. The only thing that would make this better is if this was flexible. Like this had a flex head. So keep going down. Here's some more pliers, cutters, needle nose, some baby pliers. Line pinch off. These are Mac too. These are really nice. These I use for motorcycles to adjust shocks, spanner wrenches, picks, all sorts of picks. Here's the big drawer now. I keep all my big wrenches in here. See, I wish this was magnetic too, because this would go on the side by those, because these are 3/8. And what I really want this drawer to be for is all my 1/2 inch and 3/4 stuff, and all my big stuff, I should say. So I have these in here. These are for when you're torquing on tires. It limits the amount of torque I have these in here because these are kind of like a last resort. If it's the bolt, if you round out the bolt or the bolt's rounded out, you got to use these. Keep going down here. Some locking pliers. And I keep all my bits and things like that in this box. Attachments for the impact. And then also all my ones that connect to ratchets in this. Clamps. Air tools I don't use anymore, hardly ever. This I use maybe once in a while. This I use once in a while. All right, that's the big box. So again, I keep everything in this drawer like that, but then over here I have all the handheld stuff. So we'll get to that in a minute though. We'll go to this little box. Again, I need to do something with this. I don't need these, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe, like I said, I wanted like a magnetic holder that I could put on there. This first drawer, I just keep light bulbs and fuses and things of that sort in. Chisels, scrapers. Measuring tools. So to measure compression. Calipers. Steel gauges, mirror. This is how I measure cylinders. This is kind of another junk drawer that I'm not really sure what I want to do with yet. But it has a whole bunch of expensive line and fittings and stuff in it. This is my electrical drawer. I have my multimeter in here. It's a Mac multimeter. And I'm not, I mean, I guess you could call me a Mac fanboy, but the truth is I just really like the way they set up their storage, like of their tools. This is an EM721. This is a bore scope, the dispatch. And I'll be honest, it kind of sucks because the head's way too big to fit into anything that I need to look into. So, and then this drawer right here is basically just set up for all the tools for this. So I'll probably end up doing something different. And then this next one is kind of another deal like that. This drawer is set up for all the attachments for the grinder. I got sawzalls and things like bits in there and all that kind of stuff. This is a body drawer. All my sanding paper, tape, things of that nature go in there. All right, so we did the big husky, the small husky. Now we can move on to this no name. And I don't think it has a name. Yeah, so that's husky. The other one's husky. This one doesn't have a name, but I just spray painted it black. It used to be red. Spray painted this one gray. But this first drawer here is just for my files. And more Mac tools, yay. This mini file set is awesome. I would definitely recommend it. Using these all the time too. It's an SMM F6. This next drawer is another junk drawer. Whole bunch of machine keys, T's, earplugs. So this is kind of where I'm, this drawer has multiple things in it. So these are basically for tires. This is all my tire stuff. I want to change out a tire on a dirt bike. Or if I need a new new valve or a plug and a tire. This is all the stuff that I keep in there. This is my battery, so here's my terminals, terminal, battery, wire, cleaners, tester, fuel. This is for fuel, to disconnect fuel lines. This is for fuel. This is how I zip tie, so I can mount this. It's like a 3M tape on the back, and you could put the zip tie through it. So that's how I hide fuel lines if they're flexible. This is for spark plug wires, and then these are just little retaining clips for whatever I need it for, mostly for motorcycles. Now I don't have these separated by metric or standard. I just have literally the long ones in this side, and then I have the, again, more Mac tool stuff because of the cases. I mean, honestly, these cases are awesome. If you guys don't have any Mac tools with this kind of case or whatever, you'll be shocked. You'll love it, I'm telling you. Just a whole bunch of tool, like hex wrenches. Here's the Torx bit or star bit. I don't have very many of these. I think Mac Tools does make something for these, but I don't have it. I would like to get it. This is for fire hydrant, water spout. It's like a tool to unlock them. But most of this stuff, these brass fittings and things like that, are just so for the air compressor inside the garage. This is for disc brakes, the tool to compress the caliper. This is for locking wheel nuts. If you don't have the key, you could use this to get it off. This is a specialty tool for my 47RE trans. It spins the converter around so you could pull out the bolts. This is for props, more specifically an Ultra 150 on a jet ski, torque wrenches, and then underneath, magnet wrenches and hitches. All my pins and everything like that are down here. I do keep some things underneath here. This is big 3/4 stuff like ratchet and sockets. I do have a couple of those in here, but they just don't fit in the box. So this is a die grinder. Got a couple of little things down there. So those are where the majority of my tools are, right? And then I also have Welder, Topside creeper. I would definitely recommend a Topside creeper if you're doing a lot of trucks. The fatigue that you have without this is insane. This really makes a difference. This is for air conditioners. I keep some Milwaukee stuff underneath here, and this is stuff that could be used in like for home or mechanical. Whole bunch of nuts, screws, drill press. This all needs to be clean still. I know it's dirty. You can make fun of me in the comments for it. This is where I keep all my lights to charge. This is probably one of the favorite lights. I need a new one though. Again, pocket pry bars in there because I'm always using those, especially when I'm working on the bench. This is all my cleaning products for vehicles. So if I'm detailing or doing something like that. This cabinet is for more chisels, drills, drill bits. Again, more Mac stuff. These are the Stubby drill bits. These things are awesome. I think they're the only ones that make a Stubby drill bit. They really come in handy, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody makes long ones, but and then also I mean, when I had a Mac dealer, it was really great because I could just get these replaced, even the small ones. So, but I don't have that anymore. More drill bits, hose clamps, just a whole bunch of assortment of things. Taps and dies, air compressor, grinder, 12-ton shop press, battery charger. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this garage, so it's hard to stay organized, but let me know what you guys think. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Even if you didn't like the video, it helps me out. Thanks, guys. Bye.